When it comes to mechanical keyboards, knowing which size and layout you need is actually one of the trickiest decisions. The TMICE Modular Keyboard set may be the answer because it allows you to extend that 68% mechanical keyboard with a function row, a numpad, and a macro pad to give you a whole load of options if you ever need to upgrade. Let's start by looking at the keyboard itself. It's a 68 key mechanical keyboard with an aluminium frame that's been sandblasted and anodized. That silver body looks really smart on any desk setup, especially if you've got the silver line of Mac products. It does look a little bit angular, but those squared off edges are essential for maintaining that continuous look when you snap on the adapters. The silicone pads will give you a 0-degree angle, but you can raise this to 5.3 degrees using the metal foot pads that come with the keyboard, and there are matching ones for all of the adapters so that everything stays at the same height. One drawback of the keyboard is that you will have to use it with a wired connection. It's got a proprietary metal pin adapter which looks a little bit like the Apple MagSafe adapter. You will essentially be using this keyboard as a USB hub that then connects to the other accessories using the same pin mechanism. They can only be placed in the specific position that those pin adapters allow. For example, the macro pad has to be on the left side of the keyboard, the numpad has to be on the right. There's no way of connecting these devices to each other via Bluetooth, so you will have to snap it all together if you want to use it as one. The TMICE keyboard comes with glitter switches, which seem like a very vanilla typing experience. Definitely very pleasurable, they have a nice bright sound to them. But if you really know what you're looking for in keyboards, you might want to take advantage of the fact that it is hot swappable and put your own switches in there. The great thing is that this experience carries across to the function row and the numpad. And honestly, when it's all together, it feels like a very unified typing experience. I do find myself switching between long writing tasks and Excel sheet work, so it is quite nice to be able to just kind of ditch the numpad when I don't need it. The macro pad itself comes with a 6-key LED panel with a very satisfying sounding knob that you can use to cycle through various actions. Very similar to the Elgato Stream Deck, but a little less expensive at around $99 if you buy it individually. That puts it in line with the Stream Deck Neo, where you're going to get more keys, but you're not going to get that knob. And you do have so many different shapes and sizes of the Stream Deck that you can really choose the one that you want without being locked into a specific keyboard. But if you are not in the Elgato world already, instead you're in the TMICE world, then this is a very nice upgrade to your keyboard, and I think you're going to get a lot out of it. Here we are with the TMICE app, and it should be very familiar to anyone who's ever used VIO software or the Elgato Stream Deck software, which is going to perform very similar functions. It's going to help you to customize various actions for the knob on your device, as well as those 6 buttons, as well as change any of the outputs for all the different keys across your keyboard. So we have a visualization of the Create Pro device here, and as you can see, we've got the dial, those 6 buttons, and different scenes that you can cycle through if you want to go beyond those options. Over on the right hand side, you've got a selection of kind of pre-configured functions or macros, and we're going to click over here to the knob section and just take a look at some of the things they've set up for you. So it's a little bit confusing because although this is a knob and all these are knob events, you get it split up here into this TMICE deck, toolbox, or touch bar. So the obvious thing I think a lot of people will want to do with this knob is use it to change the volume of their device, and that's actually under this touch bar section. You simply drag it over to the key configuration panel, and yeah, it's really as easy as that. Now you can see that if I sort of turn this dial, it's going to increase and decrease the volume. I do think it's slightly counterintuitive because on this particular knob, if you turn the knob clockwise, it's going to decrease the volume, and if you turn it anti-clockwise, it's going to increase the volume, which, yeah, that's not the way my brain works, and there's no way of actually altering that within this selection. So that's definitely something I think that TMICE could improve upon. But there are some really nice different actions here too. For example, I really like this mouse event option. This means that when you click down on the knob itself, you can actually click your mouse, and then if we just scroll down slightly, you'll be able to see that you can also set options for the knob rotation. So you can use it as a mouse wheel scroll or even a mouse move. You can set it to move to scroll vertically or horizontally. That means that in certain applications you might not have to rely so much on your mouse. You could just be using the keyboard, and that could be really cool, especially if you're a Excel wizard or something like that. Really helpful. So let's take a look at some of these key options you can set for the buttons on your device. You can do fairly obvious stuff like open up a new app. So let's just show you how that's done. You simply drag and drop it onto here, and it'll give you a list of all the different apps you've got installed on your computer. So I'm going to just select Claude for now, and now if I click on that, it's going to open up Claude for me, which is pretty cool. Then I'm just going to I've decided that I want to put that in a different position. All I have to do is drag it straight down to another panel, and then it's going to keep all the settings intact, which is really nice. If I want to, I can basically just turn this into a nice little media controller, and there's some really nice options here for media playback. So for example, you get your play pause button in the middle, you've got next track and previous track. Along with that volume controller, it's going to be a really nice little way of controlling the music. And if you want to as well, you can actually change the image, so you're not stuck to these default icons. Now if we click into the numeric keypad, here you can actually change the outputs of all the different keys across your keyboard. So we see here a visualization of the keyboard, and let's say we want to swap the Windows and Alt buttons around, because that has been confused me a little bit, I have to say. I click on the Windows key here, and then I go down to my panel, and I can say, well, I actually want that one to be Alt. And now if I click into Alt, I can say I want that to be Windows. So it's just little things like that you can make a big difference. And you can even do this for the numpad as well by clicking to that TMP small keyboard, and it will just allow you to change what the numpad is doing. So that was the TMICE app. I'm always really curious to learn how people are using these customizable macro pads, in case I can steal any tips from you. So let me know in the comments how you would use yours. And for now, let's just go into a sound test. You might have noticed that the sound profile of the keyboard varies depending on how many accessories you've got connected to it, because obviously there's different amounts of material for it to reverberate through, and I think this is why that TMICE have gone with a fairly vanilla sounding glitter switch. And I guess this is the running theme of the keyboard itself. It's amazing to have this adaptability, to be able to customize the keyboard layout and add in different customizations with that macro pad. It's all really cool. But none of the accessories individually really excel in their own categories. The keyboard is really well designed, it looks fantastic, but it's also a bit bulky and you have to deal with those hard edges, especially if you're not connecting the other adapters. When the accessories are all attached, this keyboard does get pretty hefty, and it's also a bit unwieldy to move around because you have to try and keep them all together. But I do really love the concept of a modular keyboard with different components you can mix and match depending on the task or style of typist you are. And if you think it looks pretty cool too, you can get a 20% discount using my code intentional20. Just follow the link in my description. And there's plenty more keyboard videos to go around, so check out this video next if you want to hear about another one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.